In your opening chapter, The Digital Challenge, you noted that the digital environment is characterized by an abundance of information, and this occurs when data and algorithms control searches. I thought this notion was reminiscent of Professor Matthew Heineman's Googlearchy, where he talks about the rule of the most heavily linked and ranking websites. So how is this driving learning? Is it helping? Is it hurting? I mean, how does this affect the environment in that way?
Well, I think this is one of those areas that is as profoundly shaping our entire existence as it is learning. You know, people, Eli Pariser talks about filter bubbles and how increasingly our whole, which is I think partially the Googlearchy, increasingly what we see is a version of the world that's shaped by our movement through the world. And so it's very egocentric in kind of a value neutral sense. But, and for the most part we love it. I mean, if I'm doing a Google search and the first 3 hits are exactly what I was looking for, you know, I'll take that. But it also has many dangers, and it has, it means that in many ways, even though we have global instantaneous access to information, in some ways our worlds are getting smaller, not bigger. So I think that the most important thing we can think about is just how is this now a new, almost kind of rhetorical environment. And if you think about the history of liberal education, a huge part of the tradition of what it meant to be liberally educated, what it meant to be a liberated individual through learning, was that you were free from false reasoning. You were free from single perspectives. You understood how to ask questions about assumptions and biases. That you were free from your own ignorance. I think one additional dimension we need to take on in this current ecosystem is how can we be free? How can we stand with some critical distance from the digital environment which is informing us every day? Shouldn't us understanding how algorithms work and the biases of algorithms, who has our data, how we can use data to better empower ourselves, shouldn't that become part of what we now even mean by liberally educated? I think that we have an obligation even to imagine how we're teaching to that directly in the university setting, that is now a new 21st century layer of what it means to be liberated from the persuasive environment around us.